Yo, it's the temple of hip-hop culture. What should hip-hop be doing in the new millennium?
Hip-hop should be going into the community more, kind of like the athletes do in terms of, you know what I'm saying, charities, working with churches and schools and the youth, kind of like you do, you know what I'm saying, as far as going to the colleges and speaking to these people and educating them more about hip-hop, about what it is they do, and showing more examples, you know what I'm saying, not necessarily role models, but good examples of, you know what I'm saying, in terms of contributing, you know, to the community where they're really making all their money from. You know, that's what I feel.
Big up.
Motherfuckers are finding it. And we're trying to do a movie and, man, fuck them. Put a hit out on you when I get my welfare check.
Yo, them say I'm out of the free, I know home of the breed. Hold on my talk, I lie to my life. Saying now with the blood clot I do them. I must say run, them I run. I stripping them stupid. Black and brown, in the cut, I drop it. Seeing,
I got you.
Free, not giving
Y'all
the
niggas
one,
just
systematic,
been
giving the sum, home of the brave.
Yo. Welcome to Black and Brown Movement Podcast, episode 6. Give it to you. Here it comes in a minute. Get ready. We don't know the topics gonna be, but you already know it's gonna be always good.
Can you see by the dawn's early light? Does that star string a band and still wave? Time has come, everybody. This land wasn't free. They got excuses. So refuses. Just get used to this. The only excuse for you is your self-inflicted mental abuses.
It's supposed to be the land of the free and the home of the brave. Till modern day slaves just not living in huts and caves. If you're meant to behave, end up in the grave. It's supposed to be the land of the free, home of the brave.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Black and Brown Movement Radio Podcast, episode 6. I am your host, Ivan C. Bienvenidos a mi raza, el africano, americano y latino movimiento. Mi nombre es Iván Castellón. And so let me go ahead and introduce my three co-hosts for this evening. Let me go ahead and introduce to Mr. DeFranco Brock. Steve Brock.
Yo, THC, Redbeard, the feared one, those who despise are the ones who hide from the sun.
That's right, son. And also I got my other co-host right here, Mr. Matt, the mad scientist, Mad Verbals.
What's up, people? Blessings to everyone out there.
That's right. And also we got the golden standard, Double B, Brandon Bradford.
Yo. What's up with y'all, man? Movement popping. Let's go.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. So look, before we go ahead and kick it off, I want to have Mr. Brox to go ahead and give the purpose of this podcast. Kick it off, sir.
All right, the purpose of this podcast is to promote independent and underground artists, whether they be graffiti, dancers, painters, poets, DJs, cooks, whatever your art may be. We are here to promote the positive relations between our black and brown people, and we do not discriminate because we are IMC. What does that mean, people? International and multicultural. Which means we're worldwide. No borders, no boundaries. No limits, and
definitely no gimmicks.
Thank you. We are the voice of the people. We hope that our message is received across the globe, near and far, east, west, north, and south.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. You heard that right. And I'm going to go ahead and once again send appreciation.
Prayers out to all those that's being affected by the man-made controlled tornadoes. Bless up to all you guys.
Hurricane Harvey.
Keep your faith and keep your head set.
Hurricane Irma on the way.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Now, before we begin our first topic, I just want to go ahead and actually give our shout-outs to our sponsors. I want to go ahead and give a shout-out to Mr. Jesse Kova. Once again, I appreciate for his sponsorship. I want to go ahead and actually just let you people know once again that if you're looking for a photographer, videographer, and also looking for a tuxedo person for either weddings, quinceañeras, proms, the whole thing, give them a call, 323-791-7692. Let them know that I referred to you, Ivan C, his brother. And also check out his photography work at jessecobaphotography.com. Check it out, and best believe you guys would love it, especially that, I mean, you know, we're still, I mean, it's just the beginning of the school year and everything else, but for weddings or anything else, hit him up, but let him know that Ivan C referred you, and hopefully he'll give you a nice, decent hookup. Mention my name to him, and he'll probably hook you up.
You got them tuxedos too, right?
Yep, I already mentioned that as well. So, also want to give a shout out to the Brass Monkey.
That funky monkey.
Brass monkey.
That
funky monkey.
That's right. Want to give them a shout out to them as well for sponsoring us this podcast. Check them out there on 659 South Mariposa Avenue. They have a good karaoke. They're available all day, every day. Don't forget to check them out. Monday to Thursday, their happy hour, $4 domestic, $5 imports, and $5 margaritas, and their tacos, carne asada, chicken, and their pastrami.
Can you figure that one? Pastrami on a taco.
Don't forget, check it out.
My ninjas.
There you go. Sing some karaoke. Have some good time. And enjoy those tacos, enjoy those margaritas, and enjoy those drinks. Mr. Brooks, you want to go ahead and actually kick it off with other sponsorships?
Oh, yeah, of course. We got to mention In The Cutt Productions here, the multimedia company. As always, you know, thanks for sponsoring. You know, we partners here with our boy Mike Skilo.
You know, In The Cut.
And you already know, man, we got the mixing and mastering. You know, we got package deals. We could do song by song. You know, if you mixed it already, we could master it, or you know, if you want us to mix it and master, we could do both as well. You know, we got the pre-production, post-production for music as well as videos. And we also have that distribution deal coming soon where we can distribute your music for you as well. So be on the lookout for all that. You know, more to come, e-flyers and in the slideshow of the podcast coming up. And just be looking out for that. Double B, I think you had a shout-out you wanted to give.
Yeah, I'm trying to give a shout out, or more like an acknowledgement to recently we had a loss in the family. I want to send a special shout out to my brother-in-law William Tranquilino and his family and everybody close to it. I'm also a part of that family, so I knew Jose, his brother Jose Tranquilino. He just passed away this past Sunday, and I just want to go ahead on and
prayers up.
Say that, it's tough, but, we got to deal with it and pull through. And I feel like, everything is going to be all right. And, I just want to tell my brother Williams and his family, man, everything going to be all right. And,
we're praying for your family, man.
You know what I'm saying? Keep pushing, man. You know what I'm saying? I love you, bro.
Bless and respect.
That's right, man. A lot of, love, appreciation to Will and his family. Much condolences.
Yeah, I think Mr. Mad Verbal's here. I think you want to go ahead and get in on the Hip Hop for the People, the shoes, and go on and we sponsored by Hip Hop for the People and Positive Minded Apparel.
Y'all know what it is, people. Go check it out, man. Why y'all lagging on it? You know what I mean? Go check out aliveshoe.com. That's alive, like you alive, ALIVE, shoe that you wear on your feet.com/HIPHOP. You know what it is in reverse, people. PIHPOH, people. You know what I'm saying? Check out them shoes on the design. I'll be designing some more soon. But right now, go get them. Got the black and brown suede chuckers, Italian suede, handmade. You know what I'm saying? When you order them, they are made as you call and make your order. They are making your shoes, sending them out in the mail for free. So understand what it is. Got them Italian leather handmade joints too. Got them Lakers sneaker boots for all those Laker fans out there. The season about to kick off in a hot minute. Y'all want to really represent with your purple and gold unis? Get them Lakers sneaker boots. You can wear them out and about or to the club. Hear what I'm saying? Let's get it going though. Hip Hop for the People. You know what it is. T-shirts, hoodies, tank tops, zip-ups. You know what I'm saying? Come get them. Holler at your man. 213-246-6667. Mad Verbals 1. Hip Hop for the People at Facebook.com.
Hey, Ivan C, what about the one brother that hit you up and purchased a shirt just recently? Go on and give him a shout out.
Oh yeah, I want to give a shout out to my boy. I call him Simmons, but it's Jesse Munoz. I want to go ahead and give a shout out to him. Thanks to my boy, actually go ahead and purchasing the hip hop for the people.
Simmons.
So Simmons, if you hear this, hey, shout out to you. Appreciate you for purchasing one of the hip hop for the people merchandise. And for y'all, just how Mad Verbal said it, hit him up.
Oh yeah, I'm on that Instagram too. Hip Hop for the People and Mad Verbals 1.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen.
Just call him on his phone, 213-246-6667.
All right, you man. Local deliveries too.
That's right, local delivery, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I want to go ahead and get this off my chest, this first topic. Obviously, it's been out about since it...
Excuse me. Hold on, sir. You heard me. Don't be ignoring me, brother. Before we get that going, we got to do what we do, man. You know how it goes down. What represents the real? Can we get it?
Talking about that anthem?
You already know what to do.
That's what's up. Well, kick it off and we'll follow you.
You already know. We, the movement, believe that civilization began in Africa. Through the migration, we arrived at Aslan. From east to west, this makes us all people of the sun. Through 400 years of blood, sweat, and tears, 500 years of resistance, there's a few things we retain through bravery and persistence. The gospel, the culture, and the music.
Bless up, bless up.
Bless up.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. You guys heard it right. So once again, I want to get this off my chest. This has actually been bothering me since it happened on September. Obviously, this happened this couple of days ago. Actually, you know, with the Trump administration, Mr. Jeff Sessions already go ahead and, you know, re-sign DACA.
Boo.
Man.
Yeah, that's whack.
It's an unfortunate situation now, and it's obviously hurting our peoples out there. Especially our brown community out there. It's an unfortunate. I mean, so far right now, what's going on? Obviously, the 15 states, and including District of Columbia, that are actually suing the Trump administration, and I'll name you the following states. Yeah, New York, Hawaii, Washington, Massachusetts, Connecticut, Delaware, Illinois, Iowa, New Mexico, North Carolina, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, Vermont, and Virginia. And also, I won't include including California. Now, California are actually doing a different lawsuit. They're doing it on their own. So, hopefully, you know, this will bring upon to the Trump administration and Congress as well. Hopefully, they're able to go ahead and decline this resign against, you know, for DACA. It's ridiculous. You know, we have a lot of people that came here to the States to make something upon themselves. Don't forget, we're all immigrants. That's what people don't understand.
Even the president.
You know, especially his wife.
Exactly. So enough with this discrimination bullshit. Enough with this crap. You know, we are human.
Yeah.
We're not, you know, people are basing on color, but we're all the same. We bleed the same.
It's the human race.
We're all human
race. Race doesn't exist. There's
now,
only
I want to
one
go
race.
ahead and ask.
Exactly.
Precisely. Now I want to ask your feedbacks on y'all's race. So I'm going to go ahead and kick it off with Mr. Brox. What is your feedback upon this, you know, that this decision that they made of, you know,
rescinding the DACA? Yeah. Well, you know, the first thing I want to say is there was a brother that I heard speak on it, and don't remember his name. I think it might have been a video on Facebook or a comment I saw that I read. But he made an excellent point, and it stuck with me. And his point was this. He said, you know what? Oh, you know what? I take that back. It was not a brother. It was a brown brother, and which made it even more impactful. And what he said was this. He said, look, everyone's out here ragging on, you know, Trump for his decision and whatnot. And let me preface this by saying this guy is not a coconut. And if you don't know what a coconut is, that means that you're brown on the outside and white on the inside. Right. So he's not a coconut. And what he said was this, though. He said, everyone's ragging on him for doing this, rightfully so, you know, the whole situation. But what he said is this was the best thing that he could have did. And the reason he gave was this. It brought attention to it. And what it did was it disgusted the Republicans as well as the Democrats. Like you said, you got 15 different states and then 16 with California, or maybe they're in the 15, whatever the case is. But they're all suing his administration because of him in this act. So if he had not done this act, and if he kept on with his Twitter feeds and, you know, his tweets and his social media crap and everything, just talking down about, you know, immigrants and whatnot, and not had made this action, and you guys know what the DACA thing is, right?
I do.
Yeah,
know what it
it's
is,
about the children, right? But it's their children.
Yeah, their children.
The DACA Act protected the children of immigrant aliens
who grew here, who grew
up here from them, you know, being deported and whatnot.
Yeah.
And so, you know, when you talk about children, that's going to strike that chord, you know, with anybody.
Absolutely.
And that's why the Republicans are stepping up and stepping in and saying, no, this is wrong, it's trouble, you know. And he basically actually did something that is actually benefiting that act and benefiting those people. And there's a brown brother that said it, made an excellent point, you know, and that was the most thing that I would have to say on the issue right now.
What's your feedback, Double B? What do you feel about that as well?
Well, you know, I just think that I don't know, man. For me, I just think it's a little unfortunate for, you know, the people who are actually using that. You know, they kind of need that. You know what I'm saying? They've been using it for a while. They've been, you know, in a better place, you know, for the past, how long has it been? Maybe like about 5 years or so?
Yeah. So,
but yeah.
It might have been longer. I'm not sure exactly,
it's been a little while.
Yeah.
And so I know a lot of people who use DACA.
Yeah.
And it's made their lives, it's helped them out tremendously.
Right.
And so all these people that I've talked to about that, you know, they're all down right now. They're like, man, I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
You know, I got a brother-in-law actually that lives in Vegas who just recently posted on Facebook like, oh man, you know, I hope this DACA thing doesn't, you know, go wrong because, you know, I really don't want to have to be forced to move back to LA.
Right.
You know, because he just left LA recently to go to Vegas because it's just, you know, it's a better situation for him.
Right.
But out in Vegas, you know, they're kind of strict.
Yeah.
So it's like, man, you got people in his situation, other people like that, you know, and it's like, man, you know, the whole situation to me just kind of stinks, you know.
I mean, let's just keep it real, dude, with this whole immigration shit, period. I mean,
it's not just DACA. It's,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
the wall, you know, all this crap. It's like, come on, dude. We standing on sacred land right now. This is Aslan.
I agree.
7 tribes of Aslan. And after Aslan, the tribes, you have, you know, Mexicans, where the root word of Mexican is mixed people.
Right.
And that not by choice, but by force, because they were raped by the Spanish and the French. And they created Mexicans. So then Mexicans inhabited this land before they started making these borders. So now you make these borders, and it's all about economics, obviously. And now, you know, this whole immigration crap. Man, wasn't we watching the George Lopez comedy thing? And, dude, if you guys get a chance, it was on HBO. He was clowning, dude. The whole thing was about the wall.
Fuck your wall, it's
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Dude, man, he went off on it. You know, let me say something just to bring light of it. He said,
we're not paying for no wall, puto.
And he said this. He said, imagine they bring the materials to the wall, right? He said, if you got any essays around there, those materials going to be gone within 5 minutes. So, yeah, go on, bring the materials over there and see what happens. You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
Then he said, you know what? The essays, they're like, you know what? Forget the materials, we'll make the wall. Pay us.
Yeah,
so they're like, they start standing next to each other, like, we're gonna make the wall, Holmes. Gonna make the wall right here. Everyone stand next to each other. They're gonna pay us. We're gonna make the wall. They said, don't let nobody in because they're gonna get mad. Like, just hold the wall. And then they're like in shifts, like, okay, all right, the next one comes. All right, Holmes, it's your 8 hours. It's your turn now. Like, man, he was killing it, dude. Go ahead, Marcus, man. Tell your opinion, man.
Well, you already know I'm gonna keep it cool today, but it's all bullshit. I mean, how can you do that? These people have made all this money, taxes. Now all of a sudden you just gonna take away their existence and their right to be here. It's just not right. You got people over here stressed out now. You an immigrant your damn self. That's just bullshit.
Real.
It's a real contradiction and an oxymoron. The whole situation doesn't add up.
Doesn't make sense.
There's a whole nother agenda that's not really being showed to us, but there's something else behind that shit. Just straight up, keeping that shit real.
Yeah, I agree for
There's another agenda, so everybody's being distracted right now by that. Just be aware of that. I said that.
That's true.
Aren't they the masters of distraction,
They
though?
normally do.
Yeah, they always
majority of the time, it's like, we're going to throw something at y'all, but what's really going on behind the scenes,
Yeah, they
y'all
might
not
be
paying
getting ready
attention,
to
or you
fucking
guys
take
just
off with
blind.
They might be getting ready to start fucking battling with their career while we over here tripping about that.
Right.
That's absolutely right. Also, moving forward with that topic, I just want once again how Mr. Madrigal's already said. Look, shout out to to people in Texas and now people in the Caribbean and Florida. It's going through the hurricane Irma now.
Can I say something real quick though?
Go ahead.
And it's something else I read on Facebook. We always on Facebook, social media and whatnot. This dude said, I don't know names, whatever, I don't even know his name, but he said this. He said, why do they name these hurricanes some old soft ass names? Irma, Harvey, you know what I'm saying? Some old regular ass names. He said, why don't we name them like Megatron and like, you know what I'm saying? Killer Mike, or just some, you know what I mean? Like, call it what it is, the Terminator, you know what I'm saying?
Mother
Like,
Nature coming to fuck
Death and
shit up.
destruction.
exactly. Like, what the hell? My bad, go on.
But you want to go ahead and give a shout out to to the state of Texas and the state of Florida.
God bless.
you
Stay
guys
strong, y'all.
and stay strong.
Prayers. Stay
Prayers to you
faithful.
guys.
Prayers going up.
That's right, absolutely. And I think I got Double B here that he wants to get something off his chest, especially in the state of Texas. With the past show over there. You know what? You kick it off, Mr. Double B. What do you feel have pissed you off over there? You know what? Express yourself, man. Go ahead, give your feedback.
I'm pretty sure everybody knows about Joel Osteen, right?
Right.
Pastor Joel Osteen. All right. Now, this is just a personal opinion. I just want to let everybody know that this is just how I'm feeling. No, not everybody's going to feel the same way I do. Okay?
Right.
But I'm just looking at this dude and what he's accomplished all these years. Let me say that. Did you guys hear about the story about what happened after, he finally decided to open his church to people who needed help?
No, I didn't hear
The
about
reason
So
why
he
it
had
wasn't
service.
open immediately?
Huh?
The reason why it wasn't open
Well, I
immediately?
mean, he did come out at the service and explain what he called, misunderstanding, about what was going on. And so after he explained himself, and showed little pictures of why he didn't let people in first and stuff like that, even though there was a man on Facebook who lived out there, went to the church and, recorded everything about the lie he said earlier. But moving on from that, he ended up opening the church to everybody. He explained what was going on. And he had his service, an actual service in church. And after that service was over, if you see the little video of the pictures, this dude actually served out offering plates to people who have nothing. Okay, people who need help, who needed refuge, who needed a place to survive. There were offering plates at the end of that service. Now, tell me, how does that make any kind of sense?
I didn't even know he did that. That's unexpected.
Oh my goodness.
One thing I can say is this. I think we had this discussion before. I've listened to Joel Osteen. I listened to T.D. Jakes. I've listened to a lot of these mega church, pastors, and I take from it what I can in regards to the message. Keep in mind, and Marcus will attest to this. Pastor Bam, from Bible Enrichment International Fellowship Church, a female pastor, told us, that, yeah, definitely. She tells us, I'm mortal like you. I'm an apostle, and I'm a channel to God, and then God speaks through me, and I'm just gonna give you what He gives me, and take it for what it is, and what you can gain from it, but. She talks about her background and in prostitution and drug addiction and so on and so forth. And basically what I'm saying is all these pastors, especially from the mega churches, they're people like us, you know what I'm saying?
They put on their pants one leg at a time.
Yeah.
Same way you do when you wake up in the morning.
Yeah, so you know what? And we talk about this all the time as well. When two or more are gathered and we're speaking about God, that is church, you know what I'm saying? So, when you talk about the house of the Lord and you talk about a box, which is a building, you talk about, politics within the church, which...
religion.
Right, man-made, which we experience, you know what I'm saying? So, I get where you're coming from, and I agree. But the thing, I guess, what I'm saying is I take that message that I can maybe get from him or any other pastor of these mega churches, and then I roll on. And do I contribute to those churches financially? No.
A lot of people have.
Yeah.
And that's why this dude's net worth is 40 to 70 million a year.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I mean, you don't see anything wrong with that?
No, I mean, I get it.
It's funny you say that. My daughter we had a conversation on a topic of such related to, pastors and so forth. My pastor exactly as well included. They always got fancy cars. My daughter didn't understand
clothes.
Why my pastor, she got a Rolls Royce or something like that too, I think she said. I'm not sure, because I don't really focus on that stuff. But our youngins of today, they look at all these material things because that catches their eye. You know what I mean? So God said, don't covet the next man's possessions. Just know that. You know what I mean? That's real talk. You know what I mean? That's just like, you idolizing his wife. You know what I'm saying? The next man's wife. It just ain't no different than you idolizing those cars and things that you see them in. But she was saying that it wasn't right for her to have such things, and then me and Franco was explaining to her that they have a salary as pastors. They don't work for free.
And churches are nonprofit.
It's nonprofit.
And not only do they pastor at their church, but they go to other churches, or they go around the world, or there's other organizations who hire them as motivational speakers or what, and they're getting paid off of that.
No one makes you give.
No, you got to give from your heart.
Hello? Did y'all hear what I said?
Yeah.
No one makes you give.
Yep.
So when you pull that money out your pocket, your wallet, your purse, or your sock, or your bra, whatever, you know what I'm saying? You are choosing by choice, which is everything in life that he's given us, a choice. So when you fill out that envelope, put your name and your social security number on it for tax purposes. Come on, people. Stop with the bullshit. Yeah, I said it. Stop with the bullshit. Because you're choosing to give your money because you have expectations of getting some return from God. It is what it is. And let's be realistic. I'm not religious.
So like guilt, right? Like guilt.
Period.
You're paying for guilt, right? Like.
Hey, yeah, I don't know what they doing it for.
Yeah.
But, I pay tithes because he blesses me. Y'all can call it what you like.
And those tithes.
But I'm alive today as I continue into this 27th year, and I know who it was. Y'all call him what y'all call him, whatever, but I know him as Jesus, Yahweh, my Heavenly Father, the Creator. You know what I'm saying? But in the overall equation, is God. And he's real.
And the Bible, right? The Bible is all about interpretation. So
decipher.
When he talks about giving tithes and talks about that 10%, he didn't say you have to give 10% of money, paper money that you earn to the church. He said give tithes, which basically means give back. And when he says 10% means, what if you had, 10 loaves of bread? You're going to give one of those loaves away to somebody. That charity doesn't always mean monetarily. You know what I'm saying?
Giving is not always monetary.
Thank you. Giving is giving. And so I think people misinterpret, you can
give kind words every day.
Yeah.
I do.
That doesn't cost nothing.
Smile, you feel better, people.
So,
That's
what I'm saying?
my motto of my life and day every day.
It's a matter of spirituality versus religion. And you know what? I get you on what you're saying with those mega churches, and I think that some of those pastors definitely are out there manipulating.
Yeah, because separate from that aspect of, we know in the overall scheme of religiousness and churches, they all be getting some pocket pay. There's a lot of bad false representations, of ministries out there. But the bigger other aspect, I have an issue with all of them. I don't care who it is. All of those mega churches, per se. That means you getting a whole bunch of dough. That means you got enough money to just have a construction team build a gigantic facility for those people that are dispositioned right now because of these, so-called natural disasters, which are really man-made and man-controlled. Because there's no damn way 3 hurricanes in a row are just coming one after another simultaneously.
FEMA death camps.
Come on. I mean,
Red Cross killers.
And, hey, Damn, B beat me to it. I'm about to say, and God bless the Red Cross, because y'all doing that shit for the second time. Y'all, this shit ain't new. Y'all did that shit the first time with Hurricane Katrina. You know what I mean? And we Black and Brown movement, we are enlightened about what it is.
That's
you know
real.
what I'm saying? KPFK. You know what I mean? We did a radio drop for it. You know what I'm saying? And y'all playing too much, man. That shit ain't right. You just taking people's money, just giving it for goodwill nature to help people that's in poverty and been struck by this unfortunate disaster that's created for population control. And then y'all over here ain't even really putting that money in the proper use, because why haven't you took your asses over to Home Depot and Lowe's and whatever, Ace Hardware, and start getting some materials to build some motherfucking infrastructure.
Or build some boats, or buy some boats.
You know, what the fuck's really going on?
They said the boats was passing up black folks.
Jerry Jones, what the fuck, nigga? You built that new stadium and shit. Why you ain't throwing no boats out there for your people in Texas? What the fuck?
Real. Where you at?
George
J.J.
Bush.
Watt from the Texans got to go out there and, do it on his own. And that's what he did. He said, I'm not taking his money to the Red Cross.
The Bushes who own...
He raised like $25 million or something.
The Bushes who own Halliburton.
30 mil now.
So...
30 mil.
There's no excuse why you guys let what happened happen. Kaboom.
Agreed.
And then there's a flood. Sounds pretty familiar.
Right.
2004.
Indeed,
and you call them immigrants then.
Right.
Really? What's really going on? It's supposed to be the land of the free and the home of the brave. Get out of here with that.
Absolutely. I agree with that. Absolutely. And I just hope that this will actually get resolved. And it's going to take a while for it to get resolved. But let's just hope to that. Let's just see what the outcome of it is. So, like I said...
Hey, I got to give a shout out, though.
Go for it, brother.
Shout out to the president. The nigga made a donation, and he actually showed up. Because I remember one president that was of the same type of descendancy. He never showed up at all, 2004. So at least he made a face.
He gave like $1 million or something, didn't he?
Yeah, he made a donation of $1 million, but he showed his face. That was like, something that the other motherfuckers didn't do. You know what I mean? So give him a thumbs up on that. Y'all gotta give him some kudos.
True.
I mean, overall, he still eats a dick.
Oh, well, it is what it is. So I want to go ahead and actually wanted to go ahead and say this right quick as well before we move on to the next topic. It's, especially to my raza out there with this situation that is going on with DACA, man. It's unfortunate that obviously, and this has nothing to do with no color, none of that. But when we need someone, I should even say like someone, but we need all of us to speak upon, la raza, the brown movement as well. I mean, obviously, we got, our African Americans supporting us as well, but also, we need our brown movement to get up there to stop hiding. Expose yourself.
Let's
Put
keep it
yourself
real.
out there.
Let's keep it real.
I mean,
honestly.
you only live once already. We're already in this situation where we're in at this moment. I understand that you guys, la raza entendemos. You guys are afraid because obviously the outcome of it.
You're gonna get deported.
Right.
Yeah,
if
exactly.
you speak up or stand up.
Deportation, everything.
Yeah, that's the
You
fear.
gotta stand up
We
for
know
something
that
or you're gonna fall for everything.
we all work hard as people, to make our 9-to-5 living, to provide food to our families, to provide a shelter. I completely understand, but this is something
Look,
that's
it's
gonna
the
affect
conversation, dude. The conversation that we had, and I'm gonna just help you just a little bit,
They're on the wall,
just to
dude.
remind you of the conversation.
They're on the wall,
Yeah,
dude.
that's
Get
what
up,
it is.
stand up.
It's the leaders. There's no brown leaders. That's what you're saying. Straight up, you're saying all of us need to stand up. I agree completely. But what about, we talked about it, the politicians, and we agreed on it, the politicians that are in place now, whether they be black or brown, the majority of them are Oreos and coconuts.
They are not representing us as
exactly.
the people. They get in there and then nothing happens. That's what they try to say about Obama.
Where the real ones at?
Yeah,
That's the
well,
question.
he just said, like, the leaders right there, Che and Bob Marley, you know what I'm saying? Those are the real leaders. Malcolm X, all those
who's
revolutionaries we talked about last week, you know what I'm
This
saying?
is what he's really saying, folks.
Dominguez
I'm gonna
Zapata?
Yes,
I'm gonna take the
Zapata.
gloves off. No filters. Who's not afraid to die? That's what it breaks down to.
That's real shit.
Who's not afraid to die?
You can't be. I mean, they're afraid. The brown, coconuts, who's supposed to be our leaders, are afraid of getting deported or getting blackballed or getting whatever else. They're not even afraid to die, and that's
Malcolm
the question:
X is
who's
dead.
afraid to die? That's an excellent question.
Martin Luther King is dead.
Malcolm
JFK
X
is dead. As the double B presenting his #1 revolutionary. So, come on. What's really going on?
that's an excellent point, Ivan C. I'm glad you brought that up. We had that conversation before. Where are our brown leaders at, man? We right here. We hollering. We speaking on it, right?
Right. We're speaking here as a message. We're here delivering a message. We're delivering to all of our peoples. Not here as divided as color, but here as human beings, human civil rights that we have. Obviously, fighting for our amendments, for our rights to live in this country, because we gave this country what it is at this moment to this day. We give our blood, sweat, and tears to live in this country.
Black and brown soldiers, right?
Exactly.
Dying.
Not excluding, others, not being here sounding, dividing our other races as well. I'm talking about all the people. All the people. The minorities.
Yeah, just because you white, if you don't think like the elite whites, then you a minority.
Fuck that. Say that shit what it is.
Go for it.
If they look at you as PWT, and if you don't know what that is, people, it's poor white trash. It means you just like us. You ain't got no damn money.
Yeah, you just like what? Just a tier, a small tier above, just because you have that white skin. But yeah, it's a three caste system, and I heard this from someone else, so I don't think this is coming from me.
Color, collection, protection.
Okay, that's another one. But what they were saying was the elites, the one with money, whatever, we know who those are. The 1%.
The 1%.
Thank you, the 1%.
The 1%.
Then it's the poor white trash, and then it's everyone else, black, brown, Asian, whoever. So
protection, color, collection.
Absolutely.
Nigga,
No, I agree with you from the get-go. And what you said too, I agree with about the poor white trash. They right there with us, and they need to recognize. So they're also part of the minority. So basically, it's not even about color.
Yeah.
It's about the class system, right?
Systemic.
It's a systematic breakdown, systematic takedown of the black and brown,
Precisely, ladies and gentlemen, you guys heard it right. We just want to deliver that as a message to all our peoples out there, nationwide, worldwide, for you guys to understand. This is the real thing that is occurring right now in our current live events all over the world, for you guys to understand that you're not people that feels the same. You're not alone. We're out here as well.
You are not
alone. We are here with you. True that.
But so the serious side, yeah. So let me go ahead and move on with the next topic. Now I want to go ahead and move on with sports. Man, what's going on with the Dodgers, man? Dodgers, bro. What's going on?
We're skid right now. Guess what I say though?
Okay.
Lose them shits now and not later. I'd rather you lose now than in the damn playoffs.
I agree.
Man, what is it?
I agree.
But they lost 12 out of 13 now, while the Diamondbacks done won like 13 in a row. And then Dave Roberts comes out and says,
"Does it really matter when we're like 80 games ahead of everybody?"
No, but I mean, we're only like 11 games, 10 and a half games ahead of Diamondbacks right now, and there's about 20-some games left. So
there's about 13 games left.
Oh, is it? Well, I mean, the bottom line, if we skid all the way out and they keep winning the way out, it's going to be too close, especially after the season they had to this point. They need to get their shit together.
Let me remind you that the Giants do the same shit. They always be on the losing streak. Think about it.
Right before the playoffs?
Right. They always do the same shit.
I think you said earlier, too, Marcus, right? Like, get it out now, and then,
and then take it out later.
Yeah, so then
win when it fucking matters.
Yeah,
exactly.
Like they haven't done.
I agree.
Right.
I agree with you.
Like they haven't to this point. True that.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
Mr. October haunts them, and it's time for them to break that shit off.
Yeah,
That's
man.
right.
They're struggling as a team, man. Not you can't pick out any one person or any one pitcher or any one batter. I mean, struggling as a team, and it's better they do it now and get it out their system, and
I mean, maybe
bounce
they're not
back to the
struggling. Maybe
playoffs.
this is all a part of the plan. They're like, you know what? We're gonna make it anyway.
Tank towards the
Let's
end.
just, this is a way we can just get our little rest
Rest
on.
in,
You know what I'm
relax,
saying? By the
not
time
put
we
all
get
our
back,
efforts.
By
Yeah.
the time we get where we need to be, we're just gonna kill everybody.
Hey, hope so,
very
man.
True.
Good strategy.
Hope so. We'll see.
These last games, they don't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because they're going anyway. Right?
True. At
true.
this point, yeah. Yeah, no doubt.
Very true.
Hey, okay, moving on into sports. Can I go ahead and do this right now?
Go ahead.
I love doing this because I just love
Go
the
ahead.
energy that's given off. Every time we mention our boys, right? Like, I ain't even said it yet, but when I say it, I already know what's going to happen. So, like, every time I say the Lakers, what happens?
Lakers.
All right, so let's talk about the Magic Man, right?
All right. I'm quite, obviously you guys
That's
already
my
know.
man.
You guys already know about the whole tampering situation.
Paul
Bullshit.
George.
And
Believe in magic.
NBA with bull crap again.
And obviously, you guys know that
Irvin
the Lakers got
said,
fined. Lakers
I'll
got
take it out
fined.
of my wallet.
Lakers got fined $500,000 for the
Bullshit.
tampering of Paul George situation.
Bullshit.
Right.
Magic, he just like, well, I'll pay it out of my own pocket.
I'll take it out of my checking account.
It's nothing. 500,000. That's nothing.
Drop in the bucket for him. I mean, that's honorable still, though, no matter what the amount is. And he told Jeannie straight up, like, look,
Don't
the
worry
organization
about it.
shouldn't have to pay for our mistakes.
got it.
I got this.
I got this.
That's right. And not only that, I
On
mean,
me. It was on
You know,
me.
they tried to blame it on him with the whole Jimmy Kimmel interview and all that,
I
but
remember
it
that
wasn't
interview.
even him. It wasn't about him. It was about Pelinka talking to Paul George's agent. That's what they got fined for. And so it was Pelinka's mistake as a new GM, previous agent doing what he usually does, talking to other agents. And so how big of it and good of it
Bullshit.
that Magic says, you know what, I'm going to pay for that too. This is my man. I pulled him in. I paid. Forget the organization. Forget Pelinka. I got this, right? That's dope. That's
right,
dope.
absolutely.
Jordan wouldn't have did that. Best
Hell
believe
no.
it. Jordan pants.
And I mean, obviously, Magic already paid it off in his pocket of that. And also, we already have reports that the Indiana Pacers are not moving forward with any legal actions against the Lakers itself, nor the NBA. So, but the NBA was critical about them because of the fact that they actually did all this bullshit.
Yeah, that was a bitch move, homie.
So, I want to go ahead and get y'all feedback. Let me go ahead and give it to Mr. the Golden State, our analyst over here. Though, B, what's your feedback about this situation, by the way? What do you feel about
Bullshit.
that?
Excuse me. I'm allergic to it. Excuse me.
He was allergic to the bullshit, y'all.
Bullshit is
Remember, ladies and gentlemen,
allergies
I'm going to let you know
around
right now.
here in my
this-
Get him his clarity, man.
First,
Yeah,
let
I'm
me
allergic
let
to
you know right
bullshit
now.
every day.
This is called this circle of debate. All right, that's what we talk about. So go ahead, kick it off, Mr. B.
I'm just gonna say they called it tampering because they got aggravated at the fact
What, did he finger
that
bang?
Paul George already said that his destination was to go to LA. Now maybe Rob Pelinka did make some low-key calls behind the scenes, but I want to quote something that I read on the article in Bleacher Report recently from an ex-owner or ex-GM that said that if you're not tampering, you don't give a shit. That's pretty much what he said.
Right.
He said if you really want to
Everyone
do the best for your
tampers.
team, make something really happen, you're going to do whatever it takes.
Yeah.
So
if
if
you're not
tampering,
if you're not cheating, you're not trying. That's what they
If
say.
you're not tampering, you ain't really trying. You
Yeah.
ain't really trying to bring up a winning team. You ain't trying to make that
agree.
happen.
I
Yeah.
agree.
So, and then, Magic goes out of his way and says, you know what, it was my mistake. It is what it is. Here's a $500,000 out of my pocket. You don't need to come out the Lakers' pocket because, we're about to make this team great next year anyway.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
So, none of it matters really. It's like, okay, you guys, okay, 500,000 fine,
Yeah.
whatever.
You know what it was? It was the fact that I believe that the league is happy that Magic's involved. They're happy that the
They're
Lakers are
nervous.
making the moves that
Slap
we're
on the
making.
wrist.
Yeah, they want. Look, we've been bad for what, like 4 years now, right?
4 years.
So they're like,
right.
they know that
Terrible.
the league is nothing without us being successful.
They're trying to put us back on the top.
Yeah, exactly. So they only give us the $500,000 because technically, if they wanted to, they could have been like, okay, well, you can't.
Yo, man, fuck that. 500,000, $500,000. Fuck that. That's some bullshit.
Oh yeah,
It's
no
some
doubt.
bullshit.
It is.
That means a lot of other teams should have got some fucking fine too.
True that. But
right,
they could have blocked us from trying to get Paul George next year if they wanted to, but they're not going to because they want us to be good again. Make the Lakers great again.
That's right.
Make them great again.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Whoa,
Matt
whoa,
Verbals,
whoa.
what's up, man?
What's your feedback on my Mad Verbals?
Bullshit.
What do you call him?
Bullshit.
What do you
There
call
you
him?
go.
Who you call?
I call bullshit.
Yeah, true that.
All right. So now, obviously, the other topic around Laker nationwide. I mean, LeBron James is still out there that he's
Come
going to
on,
come
stop
to the
that.
Lakers.
Time out.
No, because
Next topic.
no.
Next topic. Isaiah Thomas officially announced as a Cleveland Cavalier. What you say? What?
Isaiah
real.
Thomas,
I know.
Jay Crowder, the European dude.
Pretty much, you're asking what will be the next move to actually to bring another superstar. I mean, don't forget the Lakers has $40 million, free
Cap
cap space
space.
next season.
We can get two maxes.
Right.
Right.
We
What
don't
would
need
you-
LeBron. We need Paul George and DeMarcus Cousins. I'm
Thank
telling
you.
you that right
Thank
now.
you.
Say that shit
Thank you.
again.
Thank you.
Say that shit again.
We
WB.
don't need
Cousins.
LeBron James. We need
Paul George and
DeMarcus
Boogie Cousins. Thank you. I'm
All
with
right,
that.
so here's
all day,
all
every day.
right, we're about to get into this debate. All right, who would you give up and to bring that next superstar? What do we need to bring
ain't gotta
another
give up
superstar?
shit.
Wait,
You
got
just
nothing.
said we got 40 million cap space. We
Right,
can
but
sign him
that's
without.
only bringing one top guy. You want
No.
to bring another one.
No.
You need to
Think
get
about
rid
it.
of- No,
You're
no,
talking
you gotta
about
think about it.
no, at 40 million, right?
That's what
So you're gonna
bring
pay
one
each one of
superstar.
them 20 million
No,
a year.
No, you still need to get rid of enough cap space. You need to get rid of Lou Dang's contract.
That's it. Luau Dang.
That's
Yeah.
it.
We
And-
dump heads,
but
we
we
good.
already know how the contract is at. So who
No,
will your main?
I disagree.
Okay.
You keep Luau Dang. He's a veteran. The youngsters need some tutelage. And that motherfucker, if he don't do one thing, he might go on some slump scoring, but the nigga play defense. You don't get,
Yeah,
you don't
he
just
can play
get rid of that.
Can't play
It
defense.
bites you in the ass later, and we've been bitten ass enough in the damn league over the fucking years of what it is.
We
I
got
like
Brook
Dang,
Lopez.
dude.
Brook Lopez is a veteran.
Yeah, he's,
I mean, I
he's
like
a center,
Dang.
though, power forward and center.
That's real. That's real.
Lou
I
Dang
like
is-
Dang.
He's our center.
Yeah, Lou Dang is small forward. You know
I like
what
him
I'm
as a
saying?
player. I just don't like his contract.
That's real.
And that's fucking.
Restructure it.
That's
That's
Mitch Kupchak and
If he wants
fucking.
to stay, you restructure it.
Yeah, I mean, you could approach him with that because it say, hey,
No,
if
it's
you
not an
don't,
option.
if you
Yeah,
don't
you just show
restructure
him
it,
this
then
is what it
you're
is,
gonna
guy.
get traded.
What do you
He
mean?
said no
Magic,
option.
I'm gonna tell you
No
how Magic's
option.
coming at a motherfucker.
That's real.
It's not optional. This is what we need you to do if you're a team player. We're gonna need you to make an adjustment with this shit right here. Otherwise, we're gonna have to trade you. And
Trade
we don't
you to
really,
a shitty
we
team.
don't really want to trade you, but we're gonna get something for you. I'm just telling you how the shit gonna play the fuck out. Real
Yeah.
shit.
He said, Magic said, yo, nah, man, this ain't
Hey,
up for
I need
discussion.
Huh.
This was about to happen.
True that.
He gonna be like,
like
this.
that.
He gonna be like this. Hey, yo, I need a moment with you, Lou Dang. I can't do his voice. And shit right
I'm listening. I'm like, is he gonna get that? What's really?
I can't do it right
I got
now
you, I
'cause
got
I'm
you.
already laughing and shit aside. So I can't get into
All right,
that.
well, talk in your voice.
But he's gonna be like, look here, man. We're trying to get these players, and you got this big ass contract and shit. Right now, I'm just gonna, I'm Magic. I'm gonna keep it with you, keep it real with you. I'm gonna keep it, as y'all say, 100. You ain't doing shit. The last couple of years, this shit been kind of shitty, dog. And this big contract,
You're getting older now.
you was that guy when you was with the Bulls
Yeah.
and shit. But
real.
you went to Miami, you disappeared. We picked you up anyway, and we had high hopes, but you ain't really, you had some spurts and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We appreciate that shit. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna need more than some spurts to be giving you this kind of money. So right now we gonna need to restructure that shit.
Okay,
And
no
if you
problem.
really-
No
if you
problem,
really
Magic.
about-
No problem,
if you
Magic.
really about what we about, and you know what we about, and that's winning them championships. You see all the banners and shit. I got 5 of them, so I know how to get them shits. You know what I'm saying?
Where you
So
want to be at?
check shit out. I need you to, come on. I know you want to stay.
All right, so let me ask
So
you this. Then.
if you either really sleep on it, I'm gonna let you sleep on it. And then tomorrow, we're going to really talk about this again. I hope you have a concrete decision to make, because bottom line is this: it's business. It's nothing personal. It's business. And I'm a businessman. You see what I'm doing with the Dodgers.
Oh my goodness.
And now you see what I'm doing now that they brought me into the Lakers. It's business, brother. It ain't a fraternity. It's business. So I need you to understand this shit for real. Come tomorrow. I want you to sleep on it. No pressure. No pressure at all. No pressure. But I want you to sleep on it. And tomorrow, I'll even let you do practice. We ain't even gonna fuck around and go practice.
I'm gonna let you playing Magic over here.
And then when practice is over, we're gonna holler. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna drink some Gatorade and shit, because I'm always involved in practice. You know what I mean? We're gonna drink some Gatorade. We're gonna sit down in my office, and then I want you to, divulge to me, your decision. And I'm hoping it's a good decision, that you'll still be, part of our organization. But I'm just gonna give you. I'm gonna give you a little tip of a disclaimer. If you ain't willing to be with that restructure, I'm just gonna tell you now, dog. We gonna get something for you.
Damn.
We gonna get something for you.
That's real.
Cause you're a commodity in the NBA, so we gonna get something for you. That means we gonna trade your ass, and we'll get all we can get. And I don't really want to trade you, because I kind of like the way you play, even though you've been struggling. But sleep on it.
Real.
So how did it feel to be Magic though, right then? Like, you seemed like you was having like a really good time with that.
Voila! All right, so obviously, we already heard rumors about this. So you guys heard, obviously, and I'll bring it once again, about Dwayne Wade possibly joining the Lakers. What is your feedback about
over
that?
there talking to Miami again?
Do you guys feel like he should come to the Lakers, or where he should go?
I mean, if we can get him on the cheap, yeah, come on, sure, no problem. He's a vet. He still got a little game in
but
him.
don't be coming over with that old big ticket shit.
Yeah, I mean, we can get him on the cheap, and he wants to come, we'll take him. But I
no
mean,
Shaq tickets, nigga.
and it's a short-term deal because you're older.
Y'all, Kobe haters, and I ain't a Shaq hater.
I'm not.
We not giving you no big ass millions to put on purple and gold. You want to rock this purple and gold? Come on and rock it, but don't be trying to get no big ass check.
Especially when you old as you are. Come on now.
He still contributes.
Yeah, no doubt.
Tell you that.
Contributions is one thing.
We got a plan, man. We've had this plan for a few years now.
You're not a superstar no more. You're
All
a
I'm
star,
saying
but
is
you're not a
he contributes.
superstar.
Right.
I'm not saying, as a matter of fact, I would rather him go back to Miami. He don't need to come to LA.
Hello.
Okay,
Talking my language.
our team is
Pretty much
straight.
set.
We don't
Yeah,
need
we
him.
set. Yeah.
We don't need him. We
told
don't
you
need
I
Dwayne
like
Wade. Look, check this out.
double B.
Hey, all love to you, Dwayne Wade.
But go to
Yo,
Miami. Nigga.
Great career, but I think you should go back home.
You're not
if you
ready,
don't want to go
brother.
back home,
You
then
ain't
go to
ready.
the Clippers. Don't come to LA.
You
Or
ain't
don't
ready
come
for
to
the
the
West
Lakers. We
Coast.
good.
Right,
You ain't
right.
ready for the West Coast.
Yeah.
Okay,
Because
what
it's
about
a big ass pond, and you might just get gobbled up as a guppy.
Drowned.
All right, what about the other rumor about Shabazz
Because
Muhammad
Shaq was a big fish.
Shabazz Muhammad.
from the Timberwolves?
Yeah, I remember him, but he ain't been playing much lately, has he?
He has.
He plays.
He plays.
But we don't need him because we got
our
Contavious
roster's pretty much
Caldwell-Pope.
our
So why
roster's
would we-
pretty much
why would we
set.
need
Yeah.
Shabazz Muhammad?
No, we
good.
need the superstars. We need. Can we say it again, Double B?
We need
Paul George and
DeMarcus
Boogie Cousins.
That's
it. Bottom line.
So you guys wouldn't even take Westbrook.
Boogie.
So you wouldn't even take Russell Westbrook.
Russell Westbrook has yet to sign that extension
With
that was
Oklahoma.
extended to him by
He
Oklahoma.
might want to come with Paul George.
Now, and that's something I actually had a thought about, but at the same time, I'm like, you know what? We got Lonzo Ball. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, so what's Russell Westbrook supposed to do? He's supposed to come over and be the 2?
You never know. He could put him at the 2 and he could dominate.
Yeah, but you say put him at the 2, like, I mean, he gonna have something to say about it. He outspoken, like,
That's true, but Magic Johnson has already deemed Lonzo Ball that
yeah,
one.
that's what I'm saying.
period.
Like, the point is, if he comes over, the only choice is for him to be at the 2.
Yeah, that's it.
And what if he's not with that? And they're gonna have that discussion before they would have sign him anyway.
If
or
he's not with that, then stay your ass at OKC.
that's
You better off there.
there's the answer, and I agree. That's the answer.
That's gonna be the answer right
Yeah,
there.
right then and there.
Absolutely, right there.
Hey, what about that? Let's move on from the Lakers, and we already talked about baseball. You know, NFL. I know you guys heard about that whole Michael Bennett situation.
You know what?
Some deep stuff, man.
That's some deep stuff, and that's another Another Kaepernick movement.
Kaepernick,
right there.
I'm with you, dog.
Yeah.
He's with you on that one. He posted it up on on his Instagram. Kaepernick posted it up. Michael Bennett's statement, and wow, he's with that, man. Man. You know what, Mr. Brox, kick it off with that. Give us your
let me explain what happened, man. I read and watched the video and everything. This is what happened after the Mayweather and McGregor fight. Bennett was at a club, and come to find out, what really happened was there was a statue outside, and I guess the statue fell, and the noise from the statue falling was so loud that they thought it was a gunshot. So people kind of panicked and this and that, and somebody called the cops. So the cops are coming up off of a report that there was a gun shooting at the club. And so I guess what happened is the cops come and they tell everyone to stay put until the investigation is done. And this is according to the cops. This is their story. So I guess they say that Michael Bennett, instead of staying put, ends up running. So a couple cops end up tackling him and handcuffing him and put him in the back of the car. So that was the cop story. This is Michael Bennett's story, which included the video from TMZ that I watched and heard his words. Bennett's story is this. They heard the gunshots. Somebody said, for everyone to run, and he was there with his friends, and so he said him and his friends ran, and they picked him out of the crowd running. And
lo and behold, a big 6'4",
right,
270 plus pound, melanated black man.
Right.
Yes, people.
So the video, you can hear when they're showing Bennett on his stomach, the cop handcuffing him, and Bennett saying, I didn't do nothing. He said, I was there with my friends, and everybody said run. There was a gunshot and I ran. I didn't do nothing. And so he also said that one of the cops put a gun to his head,
pulled the gun out,
and said,
right
I will blow your fucking head off. So Bennett is saying that there was use of excessive force, and that they put the gun on him, and they picked him singled him out of the crowd. And so he's saying he's hiring some civil rights attorneys, and he's considering suing them. And so that's pretty much the story.
And after that happened, he also explained that once that was done, he was like, they saw who he was. You're Michael Bennett from the Seattle Seahawks. And then everything
that's
was
when
good
they let
at
him
that
go.
point.
Yeah,
Everything
that's when
was
they let
good
him
at
go.
that point.
Yeah.
Why you gotta be putting a gun to a brother's head?
Talking about I'll blow your fucking head off.
And you see, that's what exactly what I mean.
White supremacist motherfuckers.
That's what I mean about
the worst part is they were Brown brothers, but yeah.
That's
anyway.
exactly
He's
what
a white supremacist because he's a coconut.
Right.
Exactly.
True.
And Matt Burbo's already brought up the point I was going to bring up, and he beat to the punch, which is absolutely, he's right about that. I mean, that's how you know how they describe it, obviously, are supposedly representatives from that. And as well, I mean, now it comes down to the NFL. And you got to be an NFL. Oh, you're an NFL player? No, that's what I'm saying.
I'm a human being.
Yeah.
We're human beings.
Just because I'm 6'4", 270 plus, like you said.
This is, look, I'm going to put this bottom line. This is my opinion. People would disagree upon it, obviously.
Hold on.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Everybody running.
Right.
Why he the motherfucker get tackled?
Because he's 6'4", 270
Why
plus.
are you motherfucking Americans in society abroad, here locally and far globally, why are you guys so inferior of us, color and size? But you always want to be like us and emulate us.
Thank you.
True.
Thank
Everybody want to be a nigga, but don't nobody want to be a nigga.
Right.
And everybody want to be
Keep
a
up
Brown,
with the
but nobody want to be a Brown.
Yep.
You know my last name is Jones.
Man, I seen some essays. I mean, not some essays. Some Asians, like a little clique, right? And they was all like choloed out. I was bugged out. They like you saying, they wanted to be straight cholos. And Asians, and they was like playing a role, like dressing up, talking like them, and everything. I was like, what the hell? Back to the subject, man. Let me also say this. The commissioner, Roger Goodell, came out immediately after the situation in support of Michael Bennett and any other NFL players dealing This is fact, man. This came out as a statement from the NFL,
him. You don't
from
support
Roger Goodell.
Kaepernick. Fuck him.
Well, I think it's one of those them ploys. You know what I mean? One of those situations like, oh, let's jump on this. Let's get some positive spin, media spin on this. Because we've been getting so much bad press because of the Kaepernick. You know what I'm saying? So let's go on and spin this and try and get some positive media coverage and say that we support Bennett.
How about this? Wilder's Italian Icy pack rapper up his ass.
Oh. No. Hey, that's with the Italian Icy though, right?
No, you don't get no Coolidge.
Oh, damn.
I'm sorry.
Coolidge.
I have to agree
up
with
the
Matt Science.
Yeah.
He doesn't give no little fucking break. He doesn't get that. I'm sorry. That's just a publicity.
How about a
stunt.
broomstick like they did to that one dude in New York?
Give him, I don't know.
Billy Club. I think it was a Billy Club. That was still fucked up.
Either way, yeah, that sucks.
Either way, it's fine.
I mean, you're gonna get splinters either way. Like they're both wooden,
I think
right?
this rapper here though, this Italian Icy would be the shit.
Yeah.
These little edges, if you fuck around, you get a mean little cut in your mouth like a paper cut.
But a plastic
Imagine that
cut.
on your culo, Holmes.
Oh no, not the culo, I say.
That's
Damn.
right.
Yeah, so that's the situation there with Michael Bennett and that whole situation.
FTP.
I don't know about really any other NFL news other than that
ain't
right now.
That is.
Well, yeah. Like I said,
You got anything over there?
I'm sorry.
You got anything else on the NFL?
On the NFL,
any of the sports news?
What the rumors was
Packers.
Niners.
We picked up the Bucks. Let go Wilcox. We picked them up.
And you guys got Joe Hayden.
Yeah.
And you got someone else too, right?
And you got
Wilcox from the Bucks.
Oh, okay.
Safety.
No, and don't forget that
two veteran DBs.
Oh, no. You guys got Vance McDonald from the 49ers.
Oh, yeah.
That ain't no big pickup, man.
Hey,
you can have him.
He's decent. And he didn't have a quarterback to throw him the ball. Now we got Roethlisberger.
Really?
No.
Really?
Wasn't that guy from high school or something?
Blaine Gabbert threw it to him? Blaine Gabbert threw it to him?
Really?
Okay.
Right, like I said, no quarterback.
And Ben likes to throw to his tight ends.
And then we also got a.
I'll give you that.
We got a linebacker from you guys as well. We appreciate that.
Oh yeah, did you know that they got Ahmad Brooks?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
got Alden Smith.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Decent.
Hey, Green Bay, fuck y'all. I'm just saying.
Right. Appreciate y'all.
There you go. Yeah. See.
Okay, look, that's a sports, right? Now we didn't really think of a.
Can't go past the sports yet.
Okay, go. What you got?
NFL
Tennis.
has started.
Okay, NFL.
Tonight's first upset.
Oh, Chiefs.
New England, fuck you.
The Indians beat the Patriots.
Boston Tea Party.
The Native Americans
upset.
beat the white man.
The reversal of
At
the
least
Boston
in football
Tea
game,
Party.
anyway.
The Chiefs took down the Patriots, which the Patriots are basically the Bostons. Who, the Bostonians
Boston
who
Tea Party,
perpetrated themselves as Indians when they dumped the tea in the ocean, to oppose the tea tax that the greedy ass king was imposing. But the Chiefs did that tonight, man. Yeah.
Hey, what about tennis, man?
Tennis?
U.S. Open.
4 Americans in the U.S. Open.
4 Americans. Sisters too.
Venus.
You got Venus, you got Sloane, you got Stevens. You know what I'm saying? Give a little props out.
Yeah, and you got, what's her name?
All love,
Vandaway.
Venus, all love to
Vandaway's kind of cute, though.
Oh, I like Coco.
Coco's
White girl named Coco. You gotta love it.
Coco.
That's like
Coco Vandaway, nigga. What?
Hey, that's Kiki's niece.
It is.
That's
okay,
his
I knew it
niece.
was something.
Yeah,
I'm
he was
like,
in the stands.
There's not a lot of Vandaways.
Exactly.
I was thinking that.
Yeah. So I think that's sports. What about this?
You think that's sports?
What, you got something else?
No. It's football season, nigga. What you mean?
Okay.
What about that Bruin comeback?
Oh.
I'm not a Bruin fan at all.
Me neither.
But you do see LA though all the time, nigga.
Oh yeah, I see LA.
I see LA. But we Trojans in this house.
Yeah, you already know.
But that was a hell of a comeback.
Down 34 points, 4 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Yo,
they come back and win the game.
I turned the game
by 1
off.
point.
It was 17-44.
That was the biggest deficit comeback I think in college history.
Yeah.
Definitely in UCLA's.
40, they came back from the 17.
They were down 44 to 10, homie.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And they won the game 45-44.
Yeah.
What?
Drew-
So they weren't able to score
Josh
for the rest of the game?
Rosen busted
No,
a-
they shut him out
he
defensively.
He busted a Roethlisberger.
Josh Rosen for
The fake
spike.
He busted the Roethlisberger, BIA, OG, Dan Marino, the fake spike, and went for the touchdown.
Yep.
And that was the winner.
Wow, they got away with that?
Yeah.
What? Nice.
Yeah.
Nice, seriously.
I mean, 4 touchdowns, like almost 500 yards. I don't know.
No, almost. That nigga had 500.
Yeah, I don't know if he had any picks or anything, but
No.
That's
and he was throwing like his tight end had like almost 200 yards. No, over 200 yards receiving.
Think he might have had one interception, but if I'm not mistaken, I don't think he had any. He had 4 touchdowns though.
We were just talking about him before that game too, like
saying that last year he sucked against them.
Yeah. So
Yeah, well,
hey, he got his redemption,
retribution.
man. He got his redemption.
retribution.
Congratulations to him on that. And them. They'll probably suck the rest of the season, but hey.
Yeah,
You
because
know.
it was looking like they was getting ready to get blowed out.
They were getting blowed out 44-10.
Man, you guys got blowed out, but you came back.
They
strong.
never died.
Yeah.
Yo,
They
you know
been,
what?
but they
Shout
didn't
out
break.
to UCLA for, coming back and winning that game. But at the same time, fuck y'all. SC all day.
SC all day. All right, so
Deuces,
now we got to
style.
pass on the sports because,
What you talking about, dog?
What you got something else? What else you got? My bad. Go ahead. My bad. What else you got?
Football season,
Oh,
man.
he's still on football.
Talking about out
He
this
said NFL,
motherfucker,
and
yo.
he started talking about
It's football season, player.
Okay, what you got? The Maryland upset over Texas or what?
See, I didn't even say that, but you're already football minded. That was some good shit too.
Uh-oh. The violin playing.
Yeah, but big shit going on.
Yeah, football, college in effect. We're getting past that part of the year when we got to be subject to nothing but regular season boring ass baseball, and with the Dodgers beating up everybody.
Sundays, it's going down, man.
Oh yeah, Packers about to beat Seattle, 49ers about to lose to whoever they play, and Steelers better beat Cleveland. That's all I know.
Sunday night game. Everybody, what's your pick? Giants, Cowboys.
I say Cowboys. I said they're gonna get over the hump. They got that year under their belt between Ezekiel Elliott, which that's a whole nother subject. We haven't even touched that one yet.
He's playing game 1.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's getting to play game 1, and I don't know. We can go on and on and on, but let's get to our top 5. We haven't even come up with one yet.
Well,
we need to make one up on the fly.
Before we actually get to our top 5,
Oh.
I want to go ahead and say also as well that also this podcast, you guys were listening to the part 2 of the Scarface and J-Roc interview. Obviously, it was going to be about J-Roc, which is his music, how he started with his music, and how Scarface actually founded him as well, and how they all developed with, within themselves, and how all that started. And also, you're going to hear about Koncious. We'll be finding actually Mr. Brox actually interviewed Miss Koncious one-on-one, and you will listen to her material as well. Mr. Brox will give you more detail. Go ahead and kick it off, sir.
Yeah, we had a really good interview with Koncious, very intellectual, very creative young woman. You'll hear that interview. We'll play her full-length video on the podcast. You'll get to see that, Paper Chaser. That was distributed by Universal Music Group. Your boy Mad Verbals, Mad Scientist, and myself, as well as our boy Mike Skilo, and my cousin Hedemiez. We all
we
contributed.
Still give you respect.
Yeah, we contributed to that video, and Mike Skilo produced that track. So you'll see that video full length. You'll hear the
In the Cutt Productions.
In the Cutt Productions. You'll hear the interview chopped up. You'll hear the second interview with Renee and J-Roc, and you'll probably hear another song of J-Roc's as well. So that'll be the second half of this podcast. So yeah, look forward to that. And you know what? Hey, last time you did it, man. Let's go on with that what you did last time, man. Let's go on and take a quick break and refresh ourselves, and then we'll come back. What you think?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go ahead and actually take a little break. Go ahead, Mr. O.B.
It's that break time, y'all. Y'all understand what's up, man. You know what I'm saying? We be up in here.
Little this, little that. You know what I'm saying? We got to do what we do.
Need to hear, you know what I'm saying? Serenading y'all
for
minds.
some swinging in the trees.
I like that. Swinging in the trees. I like that.
Gonna take a tree break, folks. That's what's really going down.
That's
for
right.
all those out there that tree it. Get your trees going.
We'll be back.
Shout out to the herbals.
One movement.
All right, folks, this is your host, THC D-Brox here. Black and Brown Movement Radio Podcast. This is an interview I'm conducting for episode 6. We just uploaded episode 5. Check it out on the YouTube channel, Black Brown Movement 88. All one word, all lowercase, Black Brown Movement 88 YouTube channel. I'm here with this young lady who goes by the name of Koncious. We've been dealing with her for a couple years now. Met her through our partner Mike Skilo with In The Cutt Productions and the multimedia company. So we're gonna go ahead and conduct this interview. Obviously, we're not in the studio right now, but you know how we do with these interviews. You'll be hearing some of her music, and you'll be seeing a full-length video of hers that we worked together on called Paper Chaser. So I'm going to go ahead and pass the mic over to Koncious. Let her say hello to the people, introduce herself before I start asking any questions of her.
Hey everybody, it's Koncious. I'm 16 years old. I'm a female rapper, artist, entertainer. You know, the whole bit, you feel me? You feel me? But yeah, I'm here with my boy DeFranco, and right now I just released my 2 singles, Footwork and Paper Chaser, and also I'm going to be part of this showcase, this talent search showcase for this new record label of Brandon Barnes on Saturday, and everything, all the information will be posted on my social media on Instagram at The Official Koncious, Twitter Koncious with 2 underscores, Facebook The Official Koncious, and YouTube. Subscribe to my YouTube channel because I'm also going to be adding makeup tutorials for all the young girls who don't know how to blend. Even though blending is your best friend, I promise you. But yeah, so go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Koncious Official. That's KONCIOUS. So you know what it is.
That's what's up. Yeah, as you mentioned, that whole makeup thing, I was always been really impressed on, the events we've been together at, the shows and that you've done that I've been to and whatnot, where, you have your whole outfits that you've, custom made and you're the only artist, male or female, that I've really seen to have the face paint the way you do. And, the makeup that you do, the custom looks. And, I'm really impressed with that. And so, we appreciate your creativity and your ingenuity and the fact that you are really into, at age 16 and even younger, into not only your craft of, MCing. I'm not going to call you a rapper because, that's a whole nother subject, hip-hop versus rap. We'll get into that later. But as a female MC, a young MC, to have the vision to be able to do those things is really impressive. I'm going to start off, of course, Mad Verbal's one. The Mad Scientist wasn't able to be here today with me in this interview, as well as our other co-host, Ivan C. But I'm here to conduct this, and a question that Mad Verbal's Marcus Jones had for you was, he wanted to know what you feel you contribute to this hip-hop industry and to, this hip-hop culture that we love so much. And we're impressed with you, what you've done to this point. But what do you feel you contribute coming in, and what do you feel you can contribute in the future to this hip-hop culture?
Well, I feel like I can contribute a whole lot of knowledge. There's so much that young kids don't know and that their parents tend to keep away from them, and it only makes them question why even more, and that it's important to educate our people of color. I don't care if you black, Mexican, Latino, all the whole rainbow. It's just you need to be educated on those things that a lot of parents don't want to bring to the light so quickly, and especially for our young black males, is that those are the ones that really need to be very heavily influenced with education, and not only from the books but from the books at home. And that it's really, this is a movement And I just really hope to be known as a lyrical activist. And it's like, I know it takes a whole lot of people to make a change, but it's just we need those leaders to encourage those who are the soldiers to get out there and be in this war to really fight for this change for our people, for our kids, for the upcoming, and really spread the blood of Jesus through our music. And that even though we ain't perfect, just know that I'm here, we're here, my team is here, you're here, your mom's here, dad's here, whoever looks out for you, is that we're here, and that we really need to come together as one to really make this happen. Along, with the song, just like, turn up, you're gonna get your little drink on, you're happy, there's always good times, but right now it's really time to grind our gears to create a change. So I would really like to be known as a lyrical activist, and that for people to look more into my craft and be more amazed that, oh yeah, she can spit a 16 bar, yeah, she got a cool little song she can dance to at these parties and stuff. But when I release my first body of work, you're going to see the versatility in my music, in my art, and everything. And I really hope that shines through and that the message gets across the way I'm portraying it and giving it to these people.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. I again, at age 16, the first thing you say is knowledge, so again, we've been impressed with, your perspective and your representation of your generation. I definitely appreciate that, and knowing that, as long as we have people like you, and hopefully you can influence those in your generation to be more like you, to the fact where we can be a little more comfortable. I mean, we won't stop until we drop, and, spreading the word, spreading the knowledge, spreading the gospel, keeping it real, telling the truth, doing what we do already. We're not going to stop, but we can maybe rest a little easy, at night, and as we get later on in our life, to know that the next generation is going to be able to pick up the mantle of what we're doing, and, what we're picking up the mantle of what the generation before us did. And, we might be a minority, but, if we continue to spread the word and continue to use these platforms that we have, like this podcast, and get more people to listen to it, they're going to hear the truth. They're going to hear a 16-year-old young lady, with knowledge. And, some people might say, you get older folks, they get a little ornery as they get older. They get, stuck in their ways, and, they look down upon the generations below them. But, you have to realize that, in us having our nonprofit, and us dealing with the youth and the capacities that we have, coaching football, being in the streets, talking to the youth and whatnot, you can never, say, oh, well, she's 16. What does she know? You know what I'm saying? She can't know more than me. I'm, way older than her, or whatever. But I learned the lesson the hard way that, that's not the truth. You can learn from the youth just as much as you can learn from the elders or learn from anybody your own age. It's just a matter of actually taking the time to listen and not having that mentality of, oh, because they're younger than me, they don't know nothing. So I appreciate that knowledge that you just dropped on the people. I appreciate the answer to that question. I'm sure Mr. Jones will appreciate it as well, because it was an excellent question, and you answered it in an excellent way. So moving forward with the interview, I just want to ask, as a young female, as a young MC, as a young, sister of color and whatnot, what kind of things are you seeing right now that maybe, trying to hold you back, and what are you seeing out here in this world right now that you want to change with the message in your music, based on, like I said, the resistance that you maybe have seen to this point, or can you foresee in the future, and how you plan on fighting through that, and piercing that message through, and what again is that message that you want to say, in your music that, can possibly make that change?
Oh, that is a very, very good question. It's many things. I want to say it's just one, but I'll start off with the youth and social media. And it's like social media was built to connect everybody through via internet, or our phones, computers, and stuff. And it's a very beautiful thing, but people don't realize how much of an influence it has in that number two, popularity. And it's sad that a lot of people won't listen to you or take the time to listen to you if you're not popular, or if you're not, I guess, in a sense, popping, So, and social media, it's a very good thing for, like, you want to distribute your music and, really get a word out there, and in a sense of going viral. But I feel like everybody is so enslaved to the fact that, I have to have 1,000K followers, or I have to have these many people looking at me, and I got to do this and that for people to get their attention. And it's sad because it's so true. It's so true that you kind of, I wouldn't necessarily say sell your soul, but it's in a way you're really putting on a gimmicky act to bring attention to yourself, so then you can go ahead and broadcast what you really want to broadcast. And that's where it gets kind of difficult, because a lot of people have their opinions on social media, and there are hundreds to thousands, a million people on social media, and we have so many opinions, so many people that are being looked up to, and they're not necessarily leaders. They just want the follows, they just want the likes, and so many people aren't who they are on these pages and stuff. So it's a real big battle, because my thing is that with the way things are going right now, it's with the industry, a lot of labels don't want to sign you unless you have a following going with you. Social media is just really a platform that anybody can use, and that it can be used in a good way, bad way. In these industry record labels, they don't want to sign you unless you have a following behind you. Versus back in the day, if you was really talented, then that's when they'll sign you. You don't have to be talented. You don't have to spit 16 bars to get a record deal, and that's where it's really sad. And they don't know that they have a big part in this movement, that a lot of people, sadly enough, are going to look up to these labels that put these people on BET and MTV and these award shows, and that a lot of celebrities, a lot of mainstream celebrities don't speak up. They don't speak up. They don't do anything to contribute to this movement right down here. And they tend to forget that this is where they started. They started here to get up there, and that's when it gets kind of controversy, and it's just, I would say a lot of these underground artists will have to be the most talented artists in the game, and that it's sad that they don't get the recognition that they deserve. So I would say that social media does play a big part in why we can't get the message out the way it needs to be sent out, and that a lot of people are not going to pay attention to it unless it's followed behind something funny or something that's gimmicky or something that's going to quote unquote go viral, and then it goes viral and then it gets forgotten. So it's not what I'm standing here for. I don't want to be forgotten. I want to be like Tupac, where he got his own statue up in Germany. Like, that's crazy. And so it's just, there's not a lot of longevity in this game, because right now it's just all about the follows and the likes, and who can go viral and be number one on YouTube or be number one on the news and all that jazz and stuff.
Okay, another excellent answer. Basically, from what I'm hearing, the answer to the question was, you have the obstacles that I mentioned, and that was a question, seeing the obstacles and being, a young female artist. it sounds like what you're saying, and I completely agree, is that, like sex sells. Even though you're only 16, they're still probably, if they had their way, would want you to start already exploiting yourself in that way to become popular, to get those likes and those followers and whatnot. So that's, another sad part. That's a whole another industry thing. That's why, like you mentioned, labels and whatnot. I'm glad that the labels are kind of falling to the wayside with the way the internet is, how Prince started the whole thing with the internet, and, other major artists decide to just distribute, and produce their own stuff and put it out there on an independent level, because that gives us more freedom as artists. We can do this on our own. We don't need those major labels or any big money to back us, especially if they're going to want to do nothing but exploit us and make us put a message out there that we don't believe in. So I appreciate, again, your answer and the fact of, you're holding down to what you believe in, and that you're not going to sell out. You know what I'm saying? You're going to, like you said, we're going to make music that you can dance to. We're going to cover, different topics or whatever, it could be about the streets or what have you. But, you're still going to have the message in your music, and that's the main thing. And, I appreciate that. We right here at Koncious House, conducting this interview. You probably heard her cat in the background. What's her name? Ebony, you said? Her cat, Ebony. She trying to shoo her away, whatever. But, yeah, we right here, Koncious House, conducting this interview. I guess, another question would be kind of, I know the stuff that you've been working on with Mike, up to this point. We've been involved on some stuff with you. Where are things at kind of right now, and where they're going in the future? And I heard you mention the showcase coming up. I'm sure, like you said, they could look for some footage on that on your YouTube channel or social media, and you gave all that information out. But what other things you got going on currently, and what other things do you have planned for the future?
Well, hopefully for the future, I'll be releasing my first project, and whether you want to call it an album, mixtape, I like calling it a project. And right now, we just produce, I would say, my first beat, but it wasn't just me. It was Mike, my co-produced. Right. It was me, my Mike Skilo, and my talented best friend Jason. He don't really go by his stage name, so his name is Jason. But yes, he's very talented, so you'll see a lot of him and me working together, and photo shoots and like music and art and fashion. But right now we just got that done, and I'm currently writing to it as we speak, and just more songs getting ready to be released. I have a collaboration with this female rapper named Tutai, the number 2 TAI, Tutai, and she's very dope right now. She's like, I think she right now she's in college, so but she's 17. She got her own thing going on and popping, but yeah, there's going to be a collaboration with her. That's going on. Like I said, I have my makeup tutorial for YouTube going down. You feel me? And
I know that's something new that you just started doing. But I was checking you out on Facebook, promoting it, Instagram, whatnot. Also, like anything new, or you still continuing with the whole fashion thing regarding the clothes? Because I know you had been working on that as well, and you came out to the photo shoot. We had a photo shoot for In The Cutt Productions and Hip Hop for the People, and yourself and your boy, that was Jason. He came out, and then you guys modeled for both lines, and I'm sure Mike appreciates it. I know we appreciate it as well. And so you look like you definitely in that photo shoot have some experience, and as well as some maybe kind of future in that. Do you plan on kind of dabbling in that separately, or just kind of keeping it combined with what you're doing with your music and everything? And again, also, speak on the clothes, if you're still doing those, and fashion, any other future plans you have for that as well.
Well, most definitely, I am going to do some modeling because, everybody looks at me like, you're so tall, like, you should be a model and everything. And at first, I was against it because I'm like, I don't really like pictures like that. So, but it kind of grew on me after seeing, like, the pictures and, like, actually when everything was done and I saw the picture, I was like, oh, this is really nice. And with fashion, I am collaborating with Jason because he has his own little idea going on, and it's just the fact that I'm kind of down with the idea too, and that we can bounce ideas off of each other, and that we do know people that can probably invest and keep it going. So I will be collaborating with him on that, on like the time that we can get, because he is in college. Education first, and then everything will follow with it. But I would say with music and modeling, it can really go hand in hand. I mean, I don't see why not. It's just like you're modeling for cover photos and the videos and stuff. So it goes hand in hand, and that it can really be support for both sides. And I'm like, why not? I mean, it's just I'm that type of artist that wants to do it all. I don't want to be limited. Yeah. Thanks for listening. Peace.
All right, well, that's a wrap. That's an interview here with Koncious. Again, you'll hear it on the next episode. As always, we appreciate you listening. Subscribe, comment, any feedback. If you missed something, you want us to put some more info out there. If you want to get on the show, if you're an independent artist, you want to promote yourself, make sure and hit us up. We looking to hear from you so we can, work together and make sure everybody's voice is heard. We are the voice of the people. This is Black and Brown Movement Radio Podcast, and as we always say, we out. One movement.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. This is actually the next part that you guys heard, where we were on break. So now we're back over here at Black and Brown Movement Radio Podcast. Now, actually, I have my other co-host here joining me out here, Mr. DeFranco Brox. Shout out to the people, Mr. Brox.
What's up, my peoples, Black and Brown Movement Radio Podcast, hip hop for the people. You know how we do. We out here in the streets as usual, you know what I'm saying? We're going to hear us in the studio. You hear us out here. You see us at shows. We all over the place, man. That's how we do it.
There you go. That's right. Moving on to the next topic, but, I want to go ahead and finish off on my brother here's, face. Understanding that you were behind bars for a long time. And what makes you change your mind and you were done and moving forward now that you're out and about in life? Give the people inspiration.
Well, let the people know. I got 23 arrests. It goes down from 211, domestic violence, DUIs, attempted murders, possession of firearms. You name it, I got it, bro. Probation violations, and it is what it is. I got 2 strikes, and I kind of put a little reality check on me, and I'm married, settled down, and I told myself that I love pussy more than I love watching a bunch of guys showering in the fucking shower, bro. So now I do construction now. I'm a family man. I do a 9 to 5. I get paid $25 an hour. I'm doing the damn thing, and you know what? I'm pretty proud of myself. And if I could do it, anybody could do it too, bro. So put a little faith in yourself. Don't cut yourself short. And if you put your mind to it, you can do anything you want. Power to the people.
There you go. You guys heard it right there, ladies and gentlemen. You guys heard that. Besides the street smarts, those are book smarts. He said it himself earlier. He said, hey, read these books. Educate yourself.
And I got my paperwork if you want to check it out.
See, there you go.
Bro, the monster is only as big as you make it. Cut it short. Live long life. Be happy. Make money. Peace.
See, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. So now we're going to go ahead to the next topic now, since we finally got Mr. J-Roc, Jerson Martinez over here, how he got into the music and what made him started to be as a performer and as an artist. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it on to him and check him out, ladies and gentlemen. So here you go.
What's going on, my people? Bless up, man. Yeah, man, I'm blessed to be here, man. We speaking on some real shit today, man, and I could be a witness. I could be, my boy Scarface, realest one of the realest ones in the game, bro. Just recognized. But musically, been grinding for a long time. Been doing this shit since who knows when, bro. Producing, trying to record myself, trying to get my little studio going, little stuff like that, man. Been through it all. Got a little lab now. Got the homies, Black and Brown Movement in the motherfucking building. He plays no games. Just keeping it real out here, trying to get things going, man. Get the vibes right. Get the real ones on board. Get everybody on the same page to a point where we can raise our children in the righteous way, and no negativity, all positivity, no racism. We don't need that, And it's a lot of that going on right now. But musically, I've been on the radio. We hit top 10 6 weeks in a row with my boy David Rolas. He used to be a radio host on 96.3 FM out here in LA. Now he's doing some stuff in Utah. Got to tour, did the Great Western Forum, performed live. We opened up for Daddy Yankee and Snoop Dogg. Man, things have been going great. Did some commercials, Tecate, Ugly Betty, the ABC series. We did stuff with Time Warner Cable, no reggaeton stuff. Last commercial was with Dr. Pepper. Bless me. Dame sabrosura, dame sabrosura, dame sabrosura, dame sabrosura. Some simple stuff, but blessed, man. Got paid for it, and we still grinding right now. We pushing out the mixtape, the Negociante mixtape. It's almost done. My computer back running. I got the cables back again. So the actual first podcast is still there, and all the mixtape shit, the cold and lonely nights, so lonely. It's still on there, so we back and cracking. It's all love over here, man. No hate, it's all love. And the Black and Brown movement pretty much consists of unity and not going against anything, but just going against something that's going against us. I mean, we ain't the ones pushing it. It's just people going against the grain against us, and I'm just blessed to be here, my brother. Blessed to be here.
That's what's up, man. That's J-Roc, man. It's definitely a blessing to be here today. My boy Renee over here had a lot of really good words for us, Words of wisdom is what I call it, A lot of gems he dropped on you, He planted a lot of seeds. Hopefully they grow within you, One of the biggest things we want to battle is ignorance, Because that's what breeds a lot of the hatred, a lot of the negativity, a lot of the racism is ignorance. People are scared of what they don't know. And, with us in this Black and Brown movement thing, you got to realize, and I've seen it over the years. I mean, we started officially in like 1989, and we've been doing this for years, and I've never seen of or heard of anybody like, I've seen people touch on it here and there. People, might do a song together and holler Black and Brown, or might, get together on a project or whatever the case is, but nobody is really doing it the way we doing it. We living it. I met my man Ivan. We had a mutual job together, and we met. He brought me over to here to the 5-8 block, and the first day that I showed up, I felt right at home, because it was just like our Duce block. It's Black and Brown is what it was. It's not anything that anybody consciously did. It's just how we grew up. It just happened to be that we grew up with Black and Brown folks, and we had love for each other, and that's what it is. So just a couple quick questions from my man J-Roc. You hear the ghetto bird in the background, because the struggle is real. The hood is real. Couple questions, man. I mean, I've been knowing you for a minute through Ivan, and remember us freestyling, first time right here in this location. And I remember how dope the freestyles was, and how talented, you were and are. And I felt like all the music that you played for me was dope. You got the English, you could bust. You got the Spanish, you go straight hip hop, hood, street. You go, romantico with the, with the with the reggaeton. You're very versatile. So my question to you is, what motivates you to keep going? Where do you see yourself in the future? What's like your end game? What do what do you want your end result to be? And you know, the last part of that question is, you know, what is it that your music, you want it to represent? Like, what would be the message of your music?
Overall, I think the message would be love, because love conquers all. Overall, the message is love, and love conquers everything. From all the things that I've done, all the adventures that I ventured in, all the stuff that I've done, it's always been a blessing. It's always been love. It's always been more of a love thing, more of a unity. With the music, I'm grateful to have what I have as of now, my studio, the opportunity to do production, make a beat, get on it, track it down, halfway engineer, get stuff going to a point where it's just full song, and then I could probably get it engineered or mixed down, mastered by Choco, you know. But I'm blessed to be where I'm at, and we've grown. And we continue growing, so.
Good. So, all right, here's my question to you. What made you to start your music career? What influenced you, the foundation of Negociante music? So, give us a feedback.
Thank God for the opportunity to even listen to music at church. Like, I was able to start drumming when the drummer came, you know, missing for one day. He just, you know, didn't show up. I was able to. But gradually we've been learning and just, you know, trying to step my game up, trying to push forward. Yeah, okay, the drumming as far as church was an amazing experience. Having my dad to be the one that was playing guitar or maybe bass, depending on who missed that day or who wasn't there that day at church. Then from there I ended up buying me a little Casio piano. It has 6 tracks. 6 tracks. On each track, you couldn't quantize. You couldn't like do a pattern and then make it loop. You had to play it all the way through. So I had to learn how to on the keyboard for like a minute, and then add some with the keyboards and make some little, you know. I had 6 tracks to work with, and 6 patterns that I could put into one, and that's how I started doing that. And then I used to have a little karaoke that I used to record tape on, so I would record the beat and then get another tape, play the beat that I just played, and then rap over the beat that I just played. And then I could even do, you know, like as much tape as I want. I could rotate it to a point where I could get a cool little song going off of, you know, just the karaoke with the mic and everything. And then the keyboard plugged up to it to a point where I can make the beat. You get me? All on tape though. All on tape. Nothing digital, no computer. A karaoke, a keyboard, Casio, 6 tracks. I still got that at home, as a matter of fact. There's 6 tracks you can play, but you gotta play them as long as you want the beat. So if I wanted it for a minute and a half, I had to play that for a minute and a half and then add on. Try to keep up, but I mean, now, we got the studio. Y'all been to the studio. It's a lot easier now. Lyrically, like Tupac.
That was one of your main influences?
Yeah, pretty much. Man.
So now explain how Negociante started. So how explain the foundation of that.
Okay, so I ended up doing a track with my boy David Rolas. Shout out to my boy David Rolas. We hit top 10 6 weeks in a row, 96.3 on a remix. It got me to a point where I needed to establish something and look out for my work, because I was oblivious. I didn't know about no publishing. I didn't know about no copyright. I didn't know about production rights. I was just that, hey, man, I come on with it. You know, I throw a rhythm out, fucking write some shit, trying to make something right, establish my style, whatever it may be. But after that, I started learning that you gotta establish a publishing company. You gotta establish yourself as a writer. You could do that freely through ASCAP, CSAC, or even BMI as far as writers. As far as a publishing company, you have to pay, well, at that time, which has been years, like I paid like $150 in order to establish Negociante Music. They give you the chance to give 5 names, you know, and I was like Mayan Empire Music, fucking J-Roc Music, you know. So Negociante Music, I think, was my 4th. So they looked through the 5 that you have tried, and then, you know, Negociante Music happened to be the one that wasn't registered yet. So that's when it was like, boom. They sent me my shit. I got it at home. I got paperwork. You got an account. You know, now you get to register all your music through your publishing company, and now pretty much you have an entity to get paid through with the music or, you know, production. You know, if I produce a beat and somebody gets on it, then you could do it through that too. But blessed, man. We came a long way, and, you know, going to radio, you know, interviews, you know, been on the radio waves, been in Chicago, Memphis, Tennessee. Fuck, man, we did the Great Western Forum out here, like I said, with Daddy Yankee and Snoop Dogg headlining. It was great. Oh, now I think I have an establishment to a point where people can actually feed off good production with me and my boy Choco, Firehouse Music all day. You know, we representing. We got beats for days. You want beats, we got beats. You want songs, we got songs. Production-wise, as far as like full songs and edited and engineered, mastered, everything, we could do all that. So there, bro, there. I want to be there. I want to produce a hot track with someone to a point where it's like, okay, I could be in the back burner getting that big money, and, you know, establishing for everybody else, making the movement even stronger. Black and Brown. We plays no games.
So see, there you guys heard it right. You know how everything started with him. So let me go to his manager over here, Mr. Face over here. You know, I want to ask your opinion about it. So, you know, what did you think about, you know, J-Roc's talent, you know?
J-Roc is one of the hardest, realest motherfuckers that I know, man. If you don't know J-Roc, then you don't know nothing. Check out J-Roc.
Simple to the simplest, but also one more question before we pass it on to J-Roc. Remember, y'all started in the beginning, Yes Got Records, so how did that begin?
J-Roc is like quality dope, bro. It sells itself.
He's very simplistic about it, so there you go. Yeah. Let the people know how to find you, because people want to know about you. I mean, and also find Negociante, so you better put it out there to the world.
Firehouse Films on YouTube. Find some of my videos. You could go on Negociante Music 1 to get some of my old Negociantemusic 1.
For all you party mongers out there, I just got a couple words to tell you guys. If you're gonna do drugs, do the drugs. Don't let the drugs do you.
That's what's up. I'm gonna pass up to the mic to Ivan C, and, you know, let him close it out. I just wanted to add in, man, I appreciate you brothers, man. Ever since I've known you guys have been real, you know what I'm saying, cool to me and treat me like family, you know what I'm saying. I consider you guys brothers, and you know what I'm saying, I appreciate all our interactions. It's always been real, always been, you know, positive, and, you know, I appreciate all your hospitality. You know, I appreciate J-Roc. You know, we finally got on some songs and did like 3 verses on the mixtape, and you know, I look forward to doing more music with him, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, that's what it is. We right here at the 5-8. And, again, I'm going to pass the mic to Ivan C. and let him just go on and close this out.
And also es afroamericano. So, mira, para mis españoles allá de que han escuchado allá en México, tenemos allá ahorita fanáticos allá en México, ahorita tenemos el DF y Guadalajara, y ahí todo ahorita todo en México, o todo donde sea Nicaragua, El Salvador, todo, pero muchas gracias a Jorge. Jorge también, muchas gracias a Jorge, que fue que él se puso todo el movimiento para todo allá en México, para toda la raza allá, para que ustedes sepan, allí ustedes en el estado de México, en el estado de Nicaragua, de El Salvador y de Guatemala y de Honduras, todos ahí centroamericanos, para que ustedes sepan de que no nomás es todo, nomás en inglés, todo es español. Y ojalá que ustedes escuchen y ustedes digan el movimiento de que que el color no importa de nuestro color. Todo lo que importa al final es somos unidos y somos uno. Somos un movimiento. Nunca se olviden de eso. Recuerda una cosa entre la gente de nosotros, a mi raza ya del español. Somos uno, un movimiento, y continúa con eso, porque al final tenemos que ser unidos y seguir adelante nuestras vidas y para nuestros padres, nuestras familias, y para seguir adelante en este mundo en el futuro.
All those brothers and sisters out there that want to be part of the black and brown movement, don't talk about it, be about it.
Well, again, words of wisdom. I mean, you heard them here. You got some history, you got a little bit of everything. You got some culture, you got some music. I mean, that's what we are, that's what we about. IMC, International Multicultural, you know what I'm saying? And, we appreciate the support. Just go on and check it out. It's Black Brown Movement 88 YouTube channel. And, leave some comments, man. Leave some feedback. We want to hear from the people. You know what I'm saying? You guys been hearing from us up to this 5th podcast. And we've gotten a little feedback from our true people. But, anyone out there, if you don't really know us or whatever, we just want to know, how you feeling about it. I mean, you liking it? You not liking it? You got any kind of, advice or...
Your closing message, positive move.
I'm sorry to say it, U-N-I-T-Y. U-N-I-T-Y, it's a unity. U-N-I-T-Y, U-N-I-T-Y, it's a unity. Just stay blessed, man, Go against the hate, positivity all day. Be influenced by the positive, let go of the negligence, man. It's not for your life. You can't live like that. Bless up.
Woo, is yeah. Shout out. Whoa, but yeah. One movement, big one.
Well, you know what time it is, don't you, fellas? It's
Top 5. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the topic of the top 5 is going to be our top 5 favorite movies. So I'm going to go ahead and kick it off to Mr. Brox. Give it off to your top 5 favorite movies, sir.
All right, no problem, man. I look at this category real quick as my top 5 favorite movies, meaning these are movies that I can watch over and over and over again. I probably watched them, hundreds of times already. So I'm going to kick it off with my number one. My number one favorite movie is The Matrix.
Great movie.
Yeah, man. I love the movie and the symbolism and...
Red or blue pill.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Good or evil, you know what I'm saying? Basic concept. And so, that's my top 5, man. My top 1. My number 2 is gonna be Armageddon.
That's another
Armageddon, man. Action-packed, drama, comedy, everything. My favorite line in that movie, they told them like the environment on the asteroid that they're gonna go to, and my boy Owen Wilson, he goes like,
just say the most dangerous.
Yeah, just say it's the most scariest environment imaginable. Just say the most scariest environment imaginable. Favorite line of that movie, anyway. Okay, so my number 3, Adam Sandler is one of my favorites, and so one of my favorite movies of his is Waterboy.
You gotta have good H2O.
Waterboy, he was smacking them fools up, wasn't he?
H2O.
Man, so that's my number 3. I gotta give him 2 movies in my top 5. Movie I love to death. The message in this movie and same thing, comedy, drama, everything it had in it was Click. I don't know how. I couldn't tell you how many times I've seen that movie, but that's my number 3. That's my number 3 right there.
You gotta really watch it to get it.
Yeah,
Very interesting movie.
That was actually your number 4.
Oh, that was my number 4. So I got
Mid-City. Damn.
My bad. So I got Matrix, Armageddon,
Waterboy,
Click, And my fifth, rounding out my top 5, this movie right here, very inspirational. You know, the whole race relations and everything. Football had the same thing, comedy, drama, everything packed in it. Remember the Titans.
Remember the Titans.
They'll never forget the night that they played the Titans. Make sure they remember the Titans. That was my 5th one right there, man.
Classic.
Classic right there, brother. Good indeed. Go ahead, kick it off to Mr. OB. So what is your top 5, sir?
Man, easy. Let's make it happen.
Right.
So number 1, Training Day.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Good one.
Denzel Washington, y'all.
Have you ever had your shit pushed in?
He probably did.
King Kong ain't got shit
Big
on
time,
me.
bro.
Right,
I'm just
right.
saying.
Yeah.
Right?
In the jungles.
Saying. Number 2, man, my boy Quentin Tarantino. Anything he does is gold. So my favorite movie from him, Pulp Fiction.
Oh.
Pulp Fiction, man. Great movie. I don't
yeah,
need to say more
definitely.
about that. Y'all done seen
Samuel
it.
L.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Samuel
no
L.
doubt.
John Travolta. You know, then in there.
You
Bruce
say
Willis.
that shit again, I'll blow your motherfucking head off.
That's real. Speaking of Bruce Willis, that brings us to number 3, Fifth Element. Man.
Ooh, okay.
Classic movie.
I like that movie.
Love
yeah.
the Fifth Element, man. Just so much action. Just just crazy movie for his time.
Chris Tucker.
Yeah, well, that
Killed
was
it.
kind of weird. That
Yeah,
was
well, it was
Times
weird.
Square for
Minus
time.
the dress.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's real. That's real. Let me go
Well,
into
he ain't
number
David
4.
Chappelle, that's for sure.
That's real. Let me go into number 4. I'm gonna hit y'all with a hood classic real quick. I'm gonna go with Friday.
Oh,
Friday
okay.
is gonna be my number 4. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta have it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can go on and on with Chris Tucker. Y'all know that.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna be real with you though. So going into my number 5, man, it was tough to think about certain movies. You know what I'm saying? Because there's just so many out there. But you know what I'm saying? My number 5 is also gonna be another hood classic, and I'm gonna throw Boys in the Hood there.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's a classic movie. Love it.
Yeah, no doubt.
Mad inspirational.
No, Ricky.
Awesome, brother. Good. I love him.
Get them damn drive-by shoes off my porch.
So to kick it with Matt Bird, we'll see what are your top 5, sir.
Oh, he always goes last.
Don't be
Come on now.
scared, devious. Don't
He always
be
goes last, man. You
scared.
gotta kick.
All right, well, look, my top 1 is gonna be obviously from my top 1 will be Reservoir Dogs.
Okay.
Great.
That's
movie.
my top.
Another
my top
Tarantino.
1 right there. I love
Another
that movie.
Tarantino.
I love the Tarantino movie. I love Reservoir Dogs. I love it. My number 2.
Still in my pick.
My number
Time
2
I'm keeping
will.
my mouth shut.
My
It's
number
okay
2,
for two
my
people
number
to have the
2
same
will
one.
be The Patriot with Mel Gibson.
Good.
That's a
shit.
good
Patriot.
movie.
Yeah. Okay.
I love that movie.
That was a dope
it
movie.
was an inspiration movie, and it had a lot of subliminal
Yeah, he kicked
revolution
his ass in that movie.
of it. Number 3 will be Gladiator. I love
Okay.
Gladiator.
Gladiator, not
Russell
bad.
I
Crowe,
love Gladiator.
Russell
I
Crowe.
love that movie. And number 4 for me, if we want to go comedy, then I would say Grandma's Boy.
Grandma's Boy.
I love that movie. I cannot stop watching it. I love the
That is
concept
a
of it.
fucking badass movie,
It's a
man.
badass movie. And the top 5, my last one. Well, actually, another inspiration movie. Actually, it's an inspiration movie to me. Will be Dangerous Mind.
Dangerous
Mind.
Okay.
I love that movie.
That's interesting.
It's giving a lot of people a lot of positivity because it gives one voice to inspire others to do what they have to do and get shit right. Go ahead, Matt Verbals, you kick it off.
Top 5
Top
favorite
5.
movies.
Top 5. Top 5.
In the summertime, they came together.
Good times. Top 5. My man Spike Lee, dude.
Okay, what we got?
I love all his movies.
It's really hard to pick, one out of the bench because all of the shit's good. But,
Right.
Gotta go with the classic. School Days.
Ooh.
Wow.
Yeah, School Days. Okay. Yeah, we was on that one.
Y'all need to go check. If y'all ain't,
No,
if you
I-
don't know, you
We
need
watched
to,
it together
you need
many
to know.
times together. Yeah.
Need to get educated, especially all my black people out there tripping with the hair issues and, eyelashes, you know,
Wasn't
lack
it-
of knowledge of self.
Was it like a
culture.
bit of a musical too?
Yeah, they had a moment where they did the, you know, stomp, you know, the sorority moments or whatever. But no, it was all really him showing the cultural separation that's been implemented into our culture.
And that was in the like it was college for them, right?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
They was
yeah.
at Black University.
Black colleges, yeah.
Niggas is pledging, doing retarded shit. Yeah.
Yeah, it was dope.
But that's my joint though. That's one of the, you know, that was his second movie. You know what I'm saying? Or third movie. My other movie, I'm still have to stick with Spike because he's made some very instrumental movies and Do the Right Thing.
Yeah, I thought that was gonna be the first, but okay.
It was going to be, but then you know.
No, I know your whole affinity of and love for that School Days movie.
You gotta really watch it. I mean, you know, I don't care what color you are. School Days really has a definitive message. It's directed towards our culture of people of color, but the message of education is a deeper sense of what he's really promoting. You know what I mean? And that shit was real.
Of course, Do the Right Thing with the
Mookie. I'm gonna picture
scuff my J's. What's wrong with
No disrespect to those people that stutter or have that type of birth.
Oh, and
defect or
rest in
anything.
peace, Radio Raheem.
Yeah.
Radio Raheem.
Yeah.
Radio Raheem.
Love, hate.
Love destroys hate.
Yep.
Speaks down hate.
What's your number three? Number three.
Number three, man. So many movies in my life. I'm like 47. You like, damn. Shit.
You can do it. I got faith in you.
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Oh, wow. Okay. The original?
And then I say, what was that? 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, Star Wars though. There's only one original. There's only one.
Yeah, no, I got you.
Funny guy. I'm not a newbie. You try to shoot that one at me
Little
like
test
that.
at you, yeah, a little
You
test
know,
at you.
come on, guy, come on.
You know, I'll be sporting my Yoda shirt. So.
Yeah, you know. That's 3. And I'm just gonna say X-Men.
X-Men. Now, which one are we speaking of?
X-Men.
The first one or all?
X-Men.
Okay, X-Men. We get that. I get
X-Men.
that.
I get it.
Yes, indeed.
The one that got Wolverine in
X-Men.
it, right? That's his favorite character. I already know that.
Like,
It's one of his nicknames.
It's like all of them shits is good. I don't know. But
I think that movie and the character Wolverine, like, then transferred some shit to this dude, because you know he been shot like 14 times. So you know,
that makes sense.
I mean, he done healed. He wasn't supposed to be walking. He walking, doing all that. He got some of them Wolverine
I feel
powers
that.
in him. You know.
Then you need to watch. If you ain't seen Logan, you need to watch that.
Still ain't watched Logan.
Oh yeah, check that out.
Yeah,
Check that out.
you know, I got to catch that. Then let's see.
Number 5.
Number 5. Man. I was gonna go back to old school, but I'm not. I'm gonna go with some real bomb action shit. And everybody loves this movie. Heat.
The only movie, is it the only one that had Robert De Niro and Al Pacino?
Heat, right?
Yeah.
That's the only movie that had both of those dope ass actors in
That
it.
shit,
No,
I
actually,
watched
no,
that.
you're incorrect about that.
No? What other
No,
movie?
Righteous Kill.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Which was way after Heat.
Way after, but
Yeah.
that's the first time they came in together.
That was the first time they did. Okay,
Which was Al
okay.
Pacino, Robert De Niro, and Val Kilmer was in there.
Right. Dope.
And what's
Super
his
dope.
name? I always forget his fucking name.
Val Kilmer before he became the Blob.
No, my nigga who ran there through and he punked out when he picked up the little girl, but that nigga was like on the run gangster. Can't remember his name right now, but y'all know what I'm talking about.
All right. Well, shit. That rounds his top 5. Our top 5 favorite movies of all time. You know, so many more movies that could have been mentioned, and you know, you go in the comments, name any ones we missed, or name your top 5, and you know, maybe we'll mention them on the next podcast or something. But we're coming to the end of this episode here. It's been a little bit longer one. You know, we got plenty of interviews for you in this one, and music and videos and sports talk and current events, and you know, we do what we do, man. We hope you enjoy it. We hope you've enjoyed it to this point. We hope you listened to this point.
I think our next top 5 is gonna be black movies. Your favorite black movies.
I like that.
When you black, you can figure it out between you being El Salvadorian and Mexican motherfucker.
Right.
You got
and then we'll do the top 5 brown movies, you know.
You know.
So on and so forth. You know, that's how we do. But real quick, man, I think maybe real quick, all 4
Yeah, because you know La Bama's gonna be in there somewhere.
Right. Blood in, blood out, American
Me,
so on and so forth. Yeah. But what I wanted to do real quick, I think we should just do some real quick closing words.
Boulevard,
us.
which I know about that shit. With the
Boulevard was dope.
Boulevard nice with the joint, yo.
One thing that I wanted to really mention on this was the word racist. I'm tired of politicians, celebrities, everybody, everyday people throwing this word around, racist, and not even knowing the true definition of it, dude. Racist, the definition of racist is having the power to exercise your prejudice. If you don't have the power to exercise your prejudice, you're not racist, you're just prejudiced. For example, if you own a liquor store or any store, you know, and it doesn't matter what race you are or, you know, or culture you're from, but if you choose not to, you know, service or sell to somebody, you know, based on their culture and or race, then that makes you racist. But if 2 everyday people, you know, being prejudiced about, you know, other people are just talking and calling each other racist, that's wrong, man. And these politicians are throwing that word out there, and I'm tired of it.
Plain English, he's saying if you ain't got no damn money, which means you have no power to control anything.
Exactly.
You cannot be a racist.
Exactly. And
you
that's
can
my
only
last word,
be
man.
prejudiced.
Exactly. That's my last words. Whoever wants to go next, man, and just go through the line. Last words. Go on, Double B.
Last words is, man, you know, hopefully, you know, we can just keep coming together. You know, I see it more and more every day. The black and brown movement is moving strong. You know, there's still little bumps in the road, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully we can get over those hurdles, but you know what I'm saying? That's something that's going to happen in time, you know what I'm saying?
In time, yeah.
Till then, just keep on fighting, keep the movement popping.
That's what's up. Ivan C.
Likewise, how you guys both said it. Said it. It's the same thing. Hopefully we all hear this message, deliver the message out there to the whole world. You know, besides nationwide, worldwide. You know, we gotta keep this together, keep it moving, because we are nothing but a one movement.
Yeah, no doubt.
So always think about that.
Mad Scientist, Mad Verbals 1.
If you woke up today, be thankful. Go to sleep. Pray you wake up tomorrow, because tomorrow's not promised. Be blessed. Have a blessed night, people. One love. One movement.
One more time, man. One more time with some energy, man. Let's
so
do
we're going to
this.
go ahead and cut this off. So once again, I'm going to go ahead and say thanks to our sponsors. Thanks to everybody else. Thanks to our current subscribers. And also to any subscribers. I want to also thank Koncious and J-Roc and Scarface for their interviews. Appreciate you very much.
And also support themusicblog.com. Shouts out to Dividend.
Oh, one last thing too. iTunes, Spotify, Amazon, all major internet formats for our music. Go check out Black and Brown Movement. You know, the album
Birth of a Movement.
Go purchase it.
The EP,
go support it. The EP, The Storm. It's all there for you to purchase, so you can get a little bit further knowledge of this Black and Brown movement and what we're about through our music. We love y'all. We appreciate
y'all. We might be
y'all.
blessing y'all on, you know what I'm saying, soon. Just be on the lookout. You might just see brothers on the block available to, you know what I'm saying, purchase also.
And I guess, as we always say, right about this time, all together, all in unison with energy. One movement.
Black and Brown Movement, hip hop for the people. We out. One love.
Good night, everybody.